You know, you have bosses that abuse their authority and feel that they can talk to their employees any kind of way and they're supposed to accept it, even though everyone's grown or supposed to be grown. You go through that aspect. So I think I agree with that. Knowing your employees, getting to know them and not treating them like a number, investing in them. I agree with that as well.
Well, Maria, I once again just met you, but I think we have so much in common. I believe that the way that the three of us were raised by our grandparents and grandparents was the old school way, right?
Right. Yes.
So by being a North American, right, and I'm here as a guest in Costa Rica and also a boss, it's almost like having three strikes against you. And a lot of the times people will judge you on what happened at their last job, but their last supervisor and their boss, that, as you say, was not respectful. I do it a little differently. I believe in a gamification culture. So at least I can begin with a happy medium. Let me expand on that. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. And I don't know about you ladies, but a show back in the day I liked was Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder. Kid had his own arcade and I wanted one myself.
I did
So
like that.
in Costa Rica, I go treasure hunting and I collect jukeboxes and pinball machines and retro arcade machines. And I'll drive a couple hours and kick a few tires. Next thing you know, I'm driving back in 1961 Ricola Regis for a couple $100. My point being is that when somebody comes to the office and instead of being by themselves or going outside and having a smoke or on Instagram, when they're in the game room, they can interact with individuals from other departments. They can let off steam. They can recharge their batteries, maybe hang out with their boss in a neutral environment. And ladies, I've even seen people fall in love by the Pac-Man machine. And if I can create a safe space for them to where they're playing games that they can't usually do at home, at least we can begin from there. And when you start making friends in a work environment, just doesn't have to be a call center. Chances are that you might not leave, right? Because you have that support group there. And but you should know somebody's name. You do give them their dignity. You do walk the rows and you stop and you say good job, but not just good job, Maria and Tika. Well, what did they do exactly? Did you listen to a call? Could you explain how Tika closed the deal or Maria saved?
Exactly. And see, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. With my agents, I was on the phone with them.